All right, can you commit to 9 days? That is the question of the day. Welcome to another 9 at 9. Hello, world from Reston, Virginia. We had snow overnight, and I am on time, and I'm excited about that. So, we are going to keep this commitment going. The subject of today's live stream is what are you going to join me on? What can you commit to for 9 days? What can you do every day for just 9 days? Knowing that it's January 10th. Actually, wait, I'm off. January 11th. I spaced. It's January 11th, and I heard a joke at the gym that it's tomorrow's National Quitting Day. And so I thought I would share my commitment to these sprints that I do that help me stay committed long term. So yesterday, before we had technical difficulties, I talked about sprints and how we use that in our business world and how we break big projects down into chunks and then smaller chunks. And then we go from there to add tasks to our calendar. And by the way, a little embarrassed at the moment. I have a new change for me personally, and I am doing Invisalign. And at my age, it's kind of comical, but I'm committed to it. And it's screwing up my ability to talk at the moment, but I cannot live without it. I have to get used to it. So I'm going to get used to it on video. And that's just how it's going to be. So bear with me as I get more comfortable talking with this stuff in my mouth. It's gotten way better. I got it on Tuesday, I think. And it's been a pain, but we're going to get through it. But what can you commit to for 9 days? So how I break things up in the business world is into tasks that we can take on and put on the calendar so that every day we're focused on something. And then over a sprint period, we'll review what we said we were going to accomplish and then what we can accomplish in the next sprint. Typically in the business world, they're like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, which is, standard, but every team has their own size sprint. Personally, I love the 9-day sprint because it allows me to break up a month into 3 chunks. So I have a 9-day sprint in the beginning. On day 10, I kind of recover and then look at that sprint, see what I accomplished. And then day 11, you could do it again. And then day 21, you do it again. It allows you on some months a bonus day. So we'll get more into that in the future. But since it's day 11 of the new year, and a lot of you may have already faltered on your commitments, I'm going to ask, what can you commit to for 9 days? What can you focus on? It's a short period of time. It's grabbable, and it's certainly doable. And so what I'm going to commit to is tracking my food. And I have not been able to do that ever. It's just another one of these mental roadblocks. I shot a video on brain blocks or things that I just can't seem to do, even though I know how important they are for what I'm trying to accomplish in the fitness world. I still can't do it. And honestly, I whenever that advice is given to me, I just there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. So I've tried multiple times. I've failed multiple times. But since I've been able to be disciplined in other areas, I really, really want to figure this one out. And it's not that hard. Like every time you eat something, you just put it in the damn tracker and you track your macros. And I want to hit a certain protein number and stuff like that. This can't be that difficult. I know it's not that difficult. It just requires me to do it. So I'm going to commit to that for 9 days. I'm going to track my food. And it's certainly easier with Invisalign because the snacking is a pain in the ass. So I'm actually going to plummet on that. And I'll probably end up losing a ton of fat this month. So that's my commitment. On the business side, I wanted to update where we are. We made a lot of progress yesterday, and now we are a we. I've got some part-time support, and I'm happy about that. And what I recommend anyone who's starting a project, a business, I'm going to separate the two. Like a business venture is different than a project. So when you're working for a company, an organization, and you're executing on a project, I'm not speaking of this kind of scenario, right? Because in those scenarios, we do find the right resources being us, people, to support a project that have the right skills, right? So it's important that you find the right people to attack a project right out of the gate, right? You hit the ground running, as we say. If you're starting a business, an organization, a project, personally, I recommend that you learn the work, right? You learn what has to be done. And then you bring on support, right? Because you do not want to bring on support when you do not know the work. I hope you can track that. If you do not know what you're hiring them for, you're in trouble right out of the gate because you do not know what they're doing. And therefore, who knows how long something should take? Who knows how long a task should take? Because you don't know how to do it. So learn how to do it, and then hire someone out. And then you could help them, by the way. And then the productivity goes way up, right? So I'd say I'm about 1.5 productive, 1.5 productive now, because my support person, who happens to be my daughter, is not necessarily up to the level that I am on the task that she's doing, but we're dramatically better already, day one. She's been supporting me for a little bit, but not actively in this project. So we made a lot of progress yesterday, editing some of the lives. When I started these lives, 9 at 9, there's always that moment in the beginning where I'm just a mess. And oh my God, got a comment on the live stream. So by the way, I don't have a laptop spot yet next to me, so I can't even pay attention to the chat. We're close to fixing that too, but I am excited that someone left a chat. And all right, anyway, so we are making progress on editing some of those lives. In the beginning of some of these live streams, I look confused whether it started or not. I'm turning my head to the laptop. Again, we're fixing that. But we're going to, we edited some of those, cleaned it up. We also have a good database of all these videos that I posted over 49 days. And so I can look back and kind of see what I talked about, because amazingly, I'm posting so much of this that I forgot what I posted. Last night, I watched a video that I was like, I posted that? It's hilarious because you're doing it day after day after day. Clearly, I need to track that. And so now I have a good tracking system. And then we set up a push for the next 10 days. We're in a critical moment on this project. I have to get to 50 subscribers. I do not want to broadcast this to my LinkedIn or extended family. I'll get to 50 subscribers easily that way, but I do not want to do that. And the reason is because I'll screw the algorithm up. If you're starting a YouTube channel, which this is not about how to start a YouTube channel, but for those who care, this project is about me targeting a market, an audience that I hope will participate in this consulting world that I'm in. And that's the future, right? So I'm practicing building this network by doing these videos and getting better at it. And then I'm going to really try to target that audience. Well, I'm going to start targeting that audience a little quicker than expected, because if I don't, I won't get the subscriber count up appropriately. And I want the algorithm to do the work. And I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of how that works, but it's AI, right? So if the algorithm determines what I'm trying to do here, it's going to send it out to that audience. And then hopefully those folks will subscribe and then watch the videos. And then I'll be able to go live on this trip I'm taking to the Western Caribbean in 15 days. So I have 2 weeks to get 20 more subscribers. I don't think it's going to be impossible. I think it's very possible. But it's only possible if I post quality videos targeting an audience and providing what they need. So that's part of this sprint, right? So I talked about a 9-day sprint and my commitment to track my food. I'm hoping that you will commit to something too and share it, obviously, in the comments. Maybe it's being shared in the chat right now that I can't look at. But whatever you're committing to, we're going to check back in on the 21st, and we're going to see how you did. So you're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and then we're gonna talk about it. And then maybe we'll start this again. Maybe that's what this community can build around, is breaking your life into 9-day chunks and then going for it, right? All right. So lost my train of thought, but I was talking about the fact that I'm going to also commit from a sprint perspective on the project, which is not a daily thing, but I'm committing during this sprint to post 10 videos. I've got them mapped out, not all of them, but I have the dates mapped out and when I intend to do them. And I intend to put one up this weekend. And again, the topics may shift a little bit temporarily for those that have subscribed. I hope you enjoy them. It's going to get into a little bit of my tech world and how folks can participate in that and the skills they need and those kinds of things. So Hope you enjoy those, and I hope you make that commitment and figure out a way to track that commitment. I'm going to use a paper and pen style for the first time. I've been toying with it for this first 10 days of the year. I don't quite have a perfect system yet, but there's plenty of apps to track your daily goals, your daily habits, right? This commitment, you hope, will turn into a habit, right? I'm going to check the time. I think I'm way over, but I'm going to confirm that. Yeah, actually not way over, but good. All right. So these daily habits for 9 days, I'm not a scientist around this, but if you do it for 9 days, it's damn near a habit. And then hopefully you'll be able to do that for another 9 days. And then hopefully you'll add something else, right? Because I'm not talking about all the other things that I do every day. I'm talking about a new thing that I'm layering in. All right, let's go get it. Let's grow together. Enjoy this Saturday. Again, we got some snow here. My son's on the way to Vegas. We're tracking his trip with his girlfriend. It's awesome. They're actually making good progress. And have a good one.